Okay, so today I'm going to show you the XR50 CRF50 110 conversion plastic kit. So this kit comes out of Australia. I was kind of worried to buy it because I hadn't seen anybody run it yet. But at less than $100, what's the worst that could happen? So here's what you end up with. This kit comes with all the plastics, the seat, the tank, and most everything you needed to get it to work. A couple of things you're definitely going to need are all your bolts or screws from your original plastic kit. It bolts up just the same way. Everything mounts to the seat. So you got 4 bolts in here that hold the sides on. In addition to that, you're going to need a couple more of the same thing. Your factory mounts here, and I don't know if you can see it, but right there on the tank are the same. But there's a couple more places where you need a screw here, here. There's 2 on either side of the fender here. I'll try to get a picture of those. You can kind of see it. Where these mount up. So if you're trying to mount this on a stock CRF50 or an XR50, it will work. I'm pretty pleased with how the fitment is. It's a lot better than what I expected. The plastic's pretty decent, not super thick, but it's a lot better than a lot of the Chinese stuff you get. The front fender fits well. It's a little bit bigger and kind of sits up a little bit in the front. The front number plate looks kind of wonky. I haven't really got mine mounted yet because I'm going to wait till I get a new bar kit and triple tree. And what you need here is the stock one, mounts right here on the screw. No place for that here. All you've got are 2 little pins in the bottom that hold it in place, and these 2 punch holes in the top. Now what I'll end up doing is when I run a tall bar kit that's got big bike style risers and everything, I'll probably just run a bracket off of those to kind of hold this in place and knock that out. It does come with a router for your front brake, but the front brake cable is so tight, it's probably not going to work, just being honest. I'll probably just run mine behind the plate like it is now. So as you can see, the fitment's fine. One thing you will note, there is no grab handles, and the way this plastic is put together, you've got these side panels here that are held on with 2 screws here and here, and then they connect to the seat all the way down just like the factory. So the problem with that being, you don't really have a good place to grab this thing if you want to pick it up and move it. If you grab here, if you can grab the bar, you're fine, but if you grab anywhere on the plastic, you risk ripping it out, and this is not something you can just reorder a rear fender. You're going to have to buy the whole kit again. So that kind of sucks. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. As far as graphics, that's non-existent. What I did was order just a generic graphic sheet that had CRF logos. And I'll probably end up buying the little strip that goes here off of a 110 or a 50 and trying to make that fit to make it look a little bit more factory. But as far as aftermarket graphic kits or something that's just going to stick right on, you're kind of on your own about that. For what it's worth, for a kit that is less than $100 that does this much to your bike, I'm pretty pleased with it. I mean, I didn't go into this expecting it to fit perfectly, so I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. So there it is. Other than that, no modifications are needed. The front fender fits on just like a factory one would. The side panels, after you get the extra screws in there, they bolt up just like the normal ones would. Just did some different places, but one thing to note was in the picture, it doesn't really show somewhere for it to mount to the back like the factory plastic does. In this kit, the seat actually has a tab that comes down and is what connects it to the frame. So a tall seat is out of the question here. You've got to use their factory seat that they send with it. You might could pull the cover off and do a tall foam. I'm not sure how that would work. I'll probably just leave mine alone. But as far as modification to what you get, graphics, tall seat, you're kind of stuck with what they send you. So that being kind of the downside, the wonky looking front number plate being kind of a downside, the fender that kind of, I kind of wish that would point down a little bit more, but it is what it is. But all in all, for $100, I'm pretty happy. You know, you've got something you're not going to see every day at the track. It's not just another sick 50s kit with the Chinese plastic and some cheap ass graphics. So there it is. This is an 03 XR50 with the Australian CRF110 plastic conversion kit. Here's some of my other junk. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.